Ons gesels vanaand met spotprentkunstenaars. Sifiso Yalo is 'n jong spotprentkunstenaar van die Sowetan. Hy hou veral daarvan om vir Helen Zille, Zuma en Julius Malema te teken en hy is spyt dat Malema gewig verloor het. Ons was by hom in Sowetan se kantore.
Sifiso Yalo is die Sowetan se spotprentkunstenaar die afgelope paar jaar.
Started way back, I think from high school. I always liked to draw small doodles on my notepads, there and there. And after high school, I had to go to university, so I studied art. So that's when I was exposed to all kinds of drawing material and methods. The people that influenced me basically would be Jonathan Shapiro and Dr. Jack and Richard Smith, also Derek Bauer. Because at the time when I started, they were at the top of their game and they were out there publishing. They had books and they were in daily newspapers. The international influence to me came later when I was exposed to the internet. I liked the Kenyan cartoonist, Godfrey Mwapemba, also known as Gado. The drawing part is easy when you're a cartoonist. In any artist, it's what you draw that's important. So it's important to me that I'm well informed and I'm knowledgeable about what's happening out there. So I have to read broadly and listen and observe what politicians are saying to what I've read on newspaper, not one newspaper, not listening to one radio station, but broadly. The cartoon process is a very long one and it starts very early in the morning. The moment I wake up, I have to be plugged in and listen to the radio on my way to my car or to the bus rank, train, whatnot. Listen to what's happening out there. The early news, as fresh as they can be. From then on, I pick on news of my interest. That okay, this is what's up there now, this is what's trending, as it were, nowadays. So by the time I get to work around about 9 o'clock to 10, I more or less have an idea of what I'm gonna draw. So I sit down and iron it out, do a little bit of research some more, and do some few doodles. More or less, I'll come up with 2 ideas, and then I'll sketch it out, like traditionally with a pencil on a sketch pad. Then I would ink it on paper. When that dries, I'll rub it out, scan it, put it on a software, Photoshop, put some copy if it's needed. But most cartoons, and a good cartoon doesn't need a copy. And then it goes through the system. It comes back if there's something wrong or if there's a typo. And if anything goes right, then that's it. We have a cartoon tomorrow. My favorite people to draw would be Helen Zille, Julius Malema, and Zuma, because they just can't seem to stay out of the news. They're like a dream come true to a cartoonist, because you need someone with a specific haircut, with a specific face. Quite frankly, I was disappointed when Julius lost weight, because that was what was wonderful, you know, the big guy, short guy, that packs a punch. So we like that. We need a certain quirk or a specific nose or a head, like gestures that they do. But as far as pushing it, that's what cartoonists do. We have a loaded gun all the time. We just pull the trigger. But you have to understand how that gun works before you pull the trigger, how to pull the trigger and when to pull it. So the boundaries are usually set by our gatekeepers, our editors. Us, as cartoonists, we can go as far as we can take it. We're not taking pictures, we're drawing. We use our imagination.
Spotprente lewer broodnodige kommentaar wat veral vandag in ons land onontbeerlik is. Dis 'n kunsvorm wat nog lank moet voortleef. Dankie dat jy saam gekyk het. Dis vir ons lekker om van julle te hoor ook. So stuur vir ons 'n e-pos na Prontuit by aktueel.tv of gaan loer na ons Facebook en Twitter bladsye. Tot volgende week wanneer ons weer gesels. Warm bly.